first, let's talk some more hoops.
Yeah, we've also got a team at the AT&T Center. Mike Lefko, Kyle Spishock, get us ready for tip-off, which is about 2 hours away. Let's go Mike first. Hello, Michael.
Yeah, a couple hours still until this place fills up. And, you know, it's with tempered expectations, at least, than what Spurs fans are used to on the national landscape. That's what happens when you have the departure of some longtime franchise stalwarts and then guys who are supposed to fill their place, well, get injured. But still, for the Spurs, it's a blank slate, and it's a chance to make their mark and write anew for the start of the 2018-2019 season. There are plenty of new faces here for San Antonio, and because it's game day, you can start to really kind of break down the actual matchups that could pose problems for the Spurs. You know, all the point guards that they lost, well, Bryn Forbes steps into that point guard role, but it does give the team, the same defensive aspect and rebounding presence they had before. You know, you lose a guy like DeJounte Murray, and then, of course, Lonnie Walker. The fourth that, well, he was expected to have a role as well. Well, there's also the looming question of who will contain the Timberwolves' Karl Anthony Towns. But all that aside, the Spurs are just ready to tip off the season.
You work all summer for this moment, you know, kicking things off. Because, you know, once that first game comes, you know, it's every day is business. So I'm looking forward to the night.
I think we just expect from much of the players, the team, you know, kind of understand each other on the court as much as possible and be one united team from the very start. You know, it's a lot of new pieces during the summer, and it's very important that we play together.
Prepare for it all, you know, without a doubt. You know, I'm ready for it if I am, and just go out there, try to make our job as easy as possible, but not just me handling it. Everybody else got to be ready to take up a little bit more extra slack than they probably would if we didn't have these injuries. So just being ready, myself and everybody included.
All right, the Spurs might not be entering the season with the roster they envisioned in April, in the summer, or even a couple of weeks ago during the preseason. But here's some news for positive and to keep in mind going forward at the start of this 2018 season. The Spurs are the only team on this opening day that has two All-NBA first-team or second-team selections on the roster, LaMarcus Aldridge or DeMar DeRozan. So when you have big guns like that, well, always have something good in your corner. We'll have plenty more on the Spurs, but for more on the Timberwolves, let's toss it over to Kyle Spishock.
Thanks, Mike. From across the court, I'm here talking about the Minnesota Timberwolves. The point guard position isn't the only drama here at the AT&T Center. Jimmy Butler is here, and he's going to lace up despite trade talks and his imminent trade likely from the Minnesota Timberwolves. So let's get into it. Big storyline of Minnie, that man right there, the four-time All-Star facing an uncertain and unlikely future with the organization. Butler makes his debut a day after owner Glenn Taylor said he will be a regular team player until a potential trade. And yes, apparently that's the T-Wolves' #1 priority this year. So earlier today, we talked to Jimmy, and he seemed a little bit despondent. He was away from his other teammates, sitting by himself, kind of was a little sarcastic about a couple of things. But just a couple of minutes ago, I was sitting sidelined with Jimmy, and we were talking baseball. He had a smile on his face. Him and his teammates were joking around. So who knows what Jimmy Butler we're going to get tonight.
They know what I bring to the table. I know what they bring to the table. I think we're all pros. When we go out there and play basketball the right way, everything's going to work itself out. I love the game of basketball. I just want to compete, show that I can hang with the best of them. I'm playing against some really good friends tonight, but I got my brothers that got the same jersey on that I have on. So we're going to go out there, we're going to compete.
Get ready.
Just keep it quick.
Okay. All right, well, I have the Timberwolves at my 8 and the Spurs at 7, so it's probably going to be a pretty close matchup for the Western Conference playoff position, even though it's only game 1. With Sports Tonight, for real this time, I'm Kyle Spishock.
You're watching Sports Tonight, San Antonio's only nightly 30-minute sportscast with exclusive sports coverage you won't find anywhere else.